Welcome friends to the unit 1 of problem solving with Excel. We are going to look at uh, the mother of all functions, the if statement, and then followed with the and or, and then we are going to use how we can make use of the if statements within the if statements. And then there is a new function ifs that has come up with the Excel 2016, so we are going to have a look at that as well. Okay, so starting with the if statement, right? So the first data set that we have been given is a monthly sales data by sales representative. And what the company has decided to do is give its sales reps a bonus of 10% if their sales amount has been worth more than 5,000 for that particular period. Uh, so what we are expected to do is compute the eligibility and the bonus amount. So let's look at how we can make use of the if statement to compute the eligibility. So starting with the if statement, the first condition is the logical test. So what we are going to evaluate. So we are going to see whether the sales value is greater than 5,000. If that is yes, what do we want to put in as the result? I'm going to say eligibility yes, or if it is no, it is false, then no. Right? So that determines the eligibility. Okay. So what we have done basically essentially is we have done a logical evaluation for a particular condition, and our results have been textual. We are just simply putting yes or no. In the next column, which is the bonus amount, we are going to do the same evaluation. However, the results will be formula based. Okay. So going to use the same if statement, same condition. If it is more than 5,000, now I want a 10% bonus amount of the sales value. So sales value multiplied by 10%, else I want 0. Right? So this is simple. This is a simple if statement, and I hope everybody has understood this. So let's move on to the and or statement. Okay, and we are going to look at this condition on how we are going to meet them. So this is a customer sales data similar to what we had seen before. However, over here for each customer we have a credit rating, and the company has decided to give its customers some discount based on some slabs. Okay, so 2% discount if the rating is between 3 and 4, and if their sales is worth between $2,000 and $3,000, and 5% discount if the rating is higher than 4 and the sales value is sales value is worth more than 5,000. Okay, so we have to only determine the eligibility here, right? So let's make use of the if statement first. If now we have many conditions in the first one, right? Between 3 and 4, that means greater than 3 equal to 3, less than 4 equal to 4. Again, the sales value greater than equal to 2,000, less than equal to 3,000. So we are going to make use of and the credit rating greater than equal to 3, B13 less than equal to 4, C13 greater than equal to 2,000, C13 less than equal to 3,000. So there are 4 conditions we are looking at, and if all these 4 conditions are met, the eligibility will be yes or no. Got it? And we see there's probably only one person who is eligible in that particular condition. Now the next condition, 5% of discount if the rating is higher than 4. Okay, so we're looking at probably 5 or 6, whatever. And sorry, not and, or the sales value is worth more than 5,000. Okay, so let's make use of the same if statement. If the credit rating is greater than 4, sorry, we have to make use of or because there are 2 conditions, or this greater than 4 and The other condition is sales value worth more than 5,000. Both these conditions are met, then eligibility yes, else no. Got it. Okay. So we have some conditions wherein there are no no's, etc. Okay. Now let's look at how we can make use of if statement within an if statement. Okay, sounds very simple, right? And I suppose every programmer has probably already done this using some variables. Okay, so I'm going to make use of uh, problem 3 is an extension of our existing problem. Only thing is this value is a little different. Okay, only for the first one I changed it, but let's look at the descriptions that is given. Okay, this is supposed to be 3,000. All right. So company has decided to give its customers a discount of 2% if the rating is between 3 4, sales value are between so and so, 5% if it is more, the sales value is more, then we have to compute the discount amount. Now how are we going to do this? Now let's look at, let's put us the same condition so that we don't have to redo everything. So I'm going to use, oops, got it, and okay, there's something wrong here. I think I copied the same. So did I do? Okay. This is the condition. Sorry about this. Let's just make sure I'm copied everything correctly. Alright. So now we have to compute a discount. Now, how are we going to do this? Okay. Let's start with the if statement. Now what is my logical test? I'm saying the conditions are, the first condition is no, the second condition is yes. The other possibility is the first condition is no and the second condition is also no. In this case, the discount amount will be 0. And the third type of condition is where the first condition is yes and the second condition is no. If this is the case, then the discount will be 2%. If this is the case, the discount will be 5%. Okay. So let's start with this. This is equal to yes. Alright. Then I want 2% discount. 2%. Else, now I'm going to nest my another if statement. So if this is a yes, then I want this and 5% bonus. Else, in this condition, I want a 0. So what has happened? Let's dissect this formula a little bit. Okay. What we're looking at, if B13 is equal to yes, then I want a 2% discount. So this condition means, and there will be no discount on the second condition. However, if this is equal to yes, so if it did not find it 0, if it did not find the first condition as no, then it is going to move on to the nested if. Alright. So if E13 is equal to yes, then I want a 5% of the bonus, else everything will be 0. Okay, and so that's a simple if statement that we have done. So we have used a if within an if. Now let's make use of a if statement, IFS. Okay, if S means there are multiple criterias that we can make use of. We do not need to use the nested if in case we are using the if S statement. Okay, now this is a function that has recently come in Excel 2016. So in case anybody is using a little bit older version of Excel 2016, they might not get this. In that case, they will have to make use of the nested if statement. For people using Excel 2016, this is also a very good option. So make sure you can try this out and make use of the if statements as well. Okay. We have so going ahead with the problem, we have multiple sales data for each of the sales reps and the sales values. Company has decided to give its sales reps a bonus of 10% if the sales is more than 5,000, 5% if the sale amount is between 3 and 5,000, and no bonus if it is under 3,000. So the bonus hurdle is actually $3,000. So our eligibility over here, let's start with this. If this is less than 3,000, then no, else it is a yes. Got it? So eligibility is pretty simple and straightforward. Now let's look at the ifs statement. So ifs, what is our logical test? This, what we are saying, 10% if the amount is more than 5,000. So if this is greater than 5,000, more than 5,000, correct, then the bonus amount will be this into 10%. Now next logical test. So if now over here we have a sale value between 3 and 5, so let's make use of and this is greater than equal to 3,000, B13 is less than equal to 5,000, then in that case, what do I want? I want a discount of 5%. So this into 5%. Now the penultimate case, okay, the last final case. We have done the more than 5,000, we have done the between 3,000 5,000, and now we have to look at the final case, which is under 3,000. So B13 less than 3,000, then 0. Great. So let's just make sure wherever we have a yes, we have some bonus amount. That makes sense. All right. So this is good. Now I have another case, which is just an extension of what we have done in other nested if. Okay, and I would like you guys to go ahead and use the if statement to provide the discount amount over here. Okay, so you already have the conditions over here. You just have to make use of the if statement to provide your discount amount. And I'm sure if anybody is not able to understand or grasp, we have the finished files for these unit 1, and you can refer that and make use of the formulas that are given there. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up to you. Consider it as your assignment or an exploration activity, and hopefully you enjoyed the if and or and nested ifs and if statements. Let me know in case you have any clarifications. Thank you.